is the most outrageous story, I think. I'm still thinking about this.
It seems like a joke.
It almost seems like a joke, and some people think it actually was that, but the Julia Roberts as Harriet Tubman story just has everyone in Hollywood flummoxed. And as you'd imagine, it's also really shocking for Harriet Tubman's family. Now, I would say that we went pretty deep into the Tubman
So we should just explain that
family here to find
that
this.
you know the movie just came out and
Harriet.
and they have been working on this for 25 years, and way back then, you know, Julia Roberts, the hottest thing, you know, in the movies.
Yeah, America's
and
sweetheart.
They were having a meeting on casting, and one of the execs said, "Nah, put Julia Roberts in." And somebody said, "Harriet Tubman is black," and they said, they won't remember.
They won't remember. Now, that's what the writer of Harriet, Gregory Allen Howard, is saying. He said he heard that story. Some people think it's just too outrageous to be true, and then other people think that's exactly what you'd expect in a Hollywood meeting. So, we actually spoke to, now,
Lauren, our producer.
Yes, Lauren spoke to Harriet Tubman's great-great-great-grandniece. So, how many of those went to? There were four generations down up the family tree.
And enough to say she was not pleased.
What would have happened if this movie would have been made back in those days, you know, when this conversation was had with Julia Roberts playing Harriet Tubman?
You would have had a boycott. You would have had a boycott. You know, because our history was important and it is important, and we know the difference. We were not ignorant of those things. So for him to, whoever that was, to say that we would not know the difference, that's just straight up disrespectful. This person thought that they could get away with it, that we wouldn't even pay attention to it, that it wouldn't matter to us. Such disrespect.
I think that's the mic drop right there. Like, that kind of sums up kind of everything that we've been seeing echoing online. Even when I know, like, when we heard about the story and we talked about it in here, it was like the fact that someone, even then, 25 years ago, would kind of overlook the fact that, like, Harriet Tubman was a black woman and people know that. Like, that's a history. It's embedded in history. Was like outrageous. And then we also got, if anybody gets a chance to go check out the interview on our website, we also talked a little bit about, you know, today's time too, and like how in today's time, if this were to even be a thought, it would be kind of like,
yeah, couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it. It would not even be
That person would have been run out of Hollywood to even have suggested it.
Yes, because there are too many of us in the room. There are too many black people in these rooms now that are saying, like, heck no, that is not ever going to happen.
But I'm sorry, I'm being naive here. It's hard to believe that this was serious.
I know.
That much of me.
It's not that hard for me to believe.
It's
just, for me, it's more of like a, not hard to believe, but just like the fact that you thought that you could get away with it, like Miss Tina said, that's the hardest part for me to believe. But then again, back in those times, you got to think about what was happening, what was like blatantly being done, because not that they knew they could get away with it, they just didn't care. There were people who just did not care. They wanted to wash away our history, and we were not having it.
Hello, my name is Marcia Fraser, and I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I think that Julia Roberts wouldn't be able to fulfill the role that we need for, you know, the black community, because she does not go through the same struggles as we do and that we face on a daily basis at all.
Yeah, well, and we should make it clear, right? Because I know she hasn't said anything publicly. I don't think she needs to. Julia Roberts
She probably didn't even know about it.
Didn't even know about it.
She probably didn't even know about it.
I can't imagine that
she would never have done it.
Right.